YouTube. All right, so Project G20. Look, when you have a daily, a beater, a 20-year-old car, be ready because you're gonna need something's gonna go wrong or it's not gonna be perfect. And this is an example. So when the car runs good, it was running good, and it was still running good, but I started noticing a noise, kind of like a whine noise. You'll have to maybe Google it or look up 20 AC compressor. And you know, my AC wasn't working, so that was already bad, I knew, but when I got the car, I wasn't hearing any sounds from the bearings or pulleys or anything. So I started hearing a noise. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was maybe power steering or maybe gear. It was kind of like a humming kind of whine sound. But then I looked it up and I saw that other people had the same issue. Because, you know, when you have a car that's 20 years old, at this point, everything that has gone wrong on them, you can look it up and you'll find it. And you will know how to solve it. So basically the AC compressor, I guess the bearings on the pulley go bad. So as you're driving along, or even when you just start it up, you hear like a little whine sound. Sounds like power steering or like an old Ford or something you hear kind of like that. But it was there, but not crazy loud, but still loud enough where if you're sitting still, people outside can hear it, you can hear it. So I saw a solution was to basically bypass that pulley. So basically you're just gonna have your belt on the crank and the alternator, which is up here. So I'm just gonna have a belt from there to there. So of course your normal belt goes around all three, but it's gonna be too long. So went to the auto store. I had to wait a day because they basically had to order this for me. Because it's a smaller belt, because they're again going around only two pulleys, the alternator and the crank. This is the part number. And I wish I would have recorded the sound for you, but you just have to Google it. But yeah, so I'm gonna bypass. And what I did was also to make sure that it was the AC compressor making the sound. Once I took the belt off, I cranked the car up and it was quiet, smooth. So that's how I verified that it was the AC pulley bearings making sounds. So I'm gonna put this on and get it wrapped up, and then I'll get back to you. YouTube. All right, so basically got it buttoned back up. The belt's on there, as you can see. I can't really film and do it, but the belt was a tight fit. Since I didn't take the alternator off all the way, I just loosened it up. But you don't have to finagle with it. You're gonna get it on there most of the way. What I did was just cranked the car, not just did a little quick tap, and then the belt rolled on. Because it was just like a little, maybe about an inch, half inch was hanging. I couldn't get on there because it was tight, but just a quick crank, and it, pulled it over on its own. And then after that, I tightened it up. You got your adjustment bolt right there, the locking bolt right here. So I got it tightened up. I cranked it up, and it's running good. Got it buttoned back up again. Guess let me show y'all. I didn't get the beforehand of the whine sound, but you can Google it. You'll hear it. And if you have it, you'll experience it yourself probably at some point. My goal is to get another compressor eventually, but this is just a temporary bypass. No more whine, nice and quiet. Everything should be good. All right, so there you go. Button up, ready to roll. Check engine light is on because cam sensor, which is right there in the front. I think I showed you previous video. I'll show you when I fix it. Basically, I did order one, but I had to get a refund because basically it said it was delivered. Came home, checked my mailbox, and I was like, wait a minute, it said UPS. You know, what can Brown do for you? But I didn't see anything at my front door, so I called them up, UPS, said it was delivered, and it looked like somebody signed for it at that. But then I gave them my address, and they told me a whole different street, so I don't even know where that is. So contacted the seller, got on eBay, and he said just get a refund. So that's what I did. He gave me a refund, but I'm like, damn. I don't know why he didn't just send me another part, so I don't know what the outcome's going to be as far as resolution. Are they going to try to track that package down, send it to me still? I don't know, but I got a refund, so I hadn't bought anything yet. I didn't want to reorder or just go to the dealership, but again, this was like $35 on eBay versus, for like an actual Hitachi cam sensor versus a generic one at AutoZone probably. Or a Nissan dealership, they want basically $80, so I was trying to save some money, but sometimes, man, when you try to get it shipped and shit happens, so. But we'll see. It's not affecting how my car drives, and it wasn't that big of a deal, but it would have been different if it was a crucial part. So we're just gonna see. I'm gonna contact the seller, see if he wants me to reorder one, or they're gonna try to still send me that one that they shipped to the wrong address. We'll see. But right now, Project G20 is back to being quiet. Like I said, got a few things to work on. Compressor at some point. I'm not really tripping because, like I said, it's about to be fall soon, even though here in Texas heat lasts for a while, but I'm used to working in the heat, so not too big of a deal. This car I just drive to work mostly. Grocery store maybe. So it's going to be fall, winter time soon, so not tripping too much about the AC at this point. And I'm thinking about maybe at some point, man, getting a VE motor, so don't want to do the compressor quite yet. But other than that, man, it's running good. About to go take a test drive, and then that'll be it for right now. All right, YouTube, we out of here.